Welcome guys back for another Raid Shadow Legends video, and an impromptu video because I did not expect to log in to find out bloody Skeletor is back. What the hell? Mediocre at best when he made his first debut, but he is back now for a 7-day login event to pick him up, and then of course a 3-week login event to go ahead and pick up his 5-star soul. So before we look into this, let's just go ahead and say, what are we getting here? Forget the champion for a second. We're going to get a bunch of unusable. It's going to be unusable. 99% of the time it's unusable, but we'll see. Some unusable perception gear. Now, this is pretty damn good if you are creating a new account with an armor link or something like that that requires accuracy, because basically this is day 1 of getting some perception gear. Of course, if you go hard and sweaty, you could probably get the forge opened up on day 1 as well. So, you know, getting a lot of perception gear right at the beginning of the game is pretty damn good if you're starting an account with like Norma or anything with high debuffs, pallops, and things like that. This stuff is going to work really well. So after day 7, we'll pick up a login champion. Hopefully that ties in with some sort of event. Probably won't. We get some energy, some multi-battle, some silver, an extra key, 3-day XP boost, 25 gems, and his 2-star soul. And then, as usual, we get a bit of Polarium points, potions for energy, more silver, some multi-battle, some more Polarium points, a avatar if you didn't already have it, some more multi-battles, then 3-star soul, the ring, 4-star necklace, the void shard, Primal Shard is a good one. And then the banner, and of course the 5-star soul. In conjunction with that, there is a pass, and it is the champion pass. And it's pretty much the same pass that came out last time, but, you know, with He-Man. And this is completely free. This is the one I love, right? Because you get, of course, a Sacred Order ring, may be useful. A bit of energy. You get a Sacred Order necklace, again, a bit more energy, a bit more brews and stuff like that. You got a 4-star chicken, which is damn good. You got 100 energy here, but the most important thing is you get a feast. And a feast will basically take any level 30, 40, 50 to level 60 instantaneously. Ideally, you'd want to use it for the most effectively on a level 40 rare. Level 30 rare to 60 is kind of a better one, but I would always use it on an epic champion to get them to 6 stars. And maxed out basically. And of course, if you want to buy some money, it's 40 damn pounds, man, or $40, and you'd get yourself a copy of He-Man. Now, He-Man was pretty busted when he first came out. People got him a lot on the polls. He does have the increase speed in arena by 28%. He then ignores stone skin buffs and puts this: if the attack kills an enemy, fills all the turn enemies by allies. But it's this one, man. Attacks all enemies. The damage inflicted by the skill increases by 10% for each buff placed on the champion before the skill is used, stacked up to 500%. Resets after the skill is used. So you can kind of like buff, and then just absolutely one-shot something. Or one-shot an entire wave. He was pretty good. I had an account with him. I just don't remember what happened to it. Either way, so let's go ahead and look in the index now over at Knight's Revenant, whether or not you're going to find Skeletor a boost to your account or not. So has this been updated? Yeah, so this has been updated. So this used to be attacks one enemy 2 times. What did this used to be? Let's have a look. So it used to be one attack enemy. Let's get some words straight. Attack one enemy 2 times, each hit, 75% chance of increasing the duration of 1 random debuff by 1 turn. Now, it's each hit has a 75% chance of increasing the duration of 2 random debuffs on the target by 1 turn. Each hit also has a subsequent 75% chance of decreasing the duration of 2 random buffs on the target by 1 turn. Padrig, this could be kind of cool with Padrig, because of the link codes that are out there with an armor. So if you did Narma with Wrath on a new account, you basically put the poisons on there, and then this has a chance of increasing the poisons, so does Narma. So your chances are you're going to keep on increasing those poisons on there, and then also you have the ability to, you know, lower the buffs on them as well. So the A2 used to be attacks one enemy, has 75% chance of placing the petrification debuff on the target for 1 turn. If the target is a boss, then it places decrease attack and decrease speed for 2 turns. Whenever petrification debuff is removed or expires, it has a 50% chance to place a 30% decreased speed. For how many turns? For 1 turn. So it seems that they've just buffed. Oh, he doesn't even have to be a boss anymore. Okay, so they've removed that now. So now it just also places it. So basically this just throws out petrification, a decreased attack, and a decreased speed. All on a 3-turn cooldown. That's pretty nuts. That's pretty good. Like, that set of debuffs is pretty cool. That's pretty damn. Actually, that's quite nice. Now I think about it. Petrification. So they have all their buffs removed. So and then unable to take the next turn. When under a petrification, champion will be unable to receive buffs. Finally, when under a petrification, champion will receive 40% of incoming damage. However, incoming damage from bomb debuffs is increased by 300%. So if you're bombing someone, it works out really well. I mean, you're going to take a 40% damage nerf, but if you're going to go for the buff strip and not, stun their way from the next turn, it's pretty damn good. Yeah, that's a nice A2 on a 3-turn cooldown. Was it on a 3-turn cooldown before? It was. Yes, it was. So Begone Fools, A3. Place a 50% increased accuracy buff on all allies for 2 turns. Also has a 75% chance to steal any block debuff buffs, and for 1 random buff from each enemy. So steals the block buffs and a random buff. Then decreases all enemies' turn meter by 15% if an enemy is in the form from the Talarian League, decreases that enemy's turn meter by 30%. So, what have we got? Okay, so now it steals 2 buffs. 2 buffs now, yeah. Still does the accuracy. And still does the turn meter. Yeah. So the only thing they've changed on this one is that it has 75% chance to steal bot buffs and 2 random buffs now. It was on a 5-turn cooldown, able to rerun it. Yep. Same thing, same. Okay. Passive. Has the passive changed? Whenever this champion attempts to place a debuff, steal a buff, decrease the enemy turn meter, or increase the duration of a debuff on an enemy, increases this champion's accuracy by 20 for each buff on the enemy. Whenever this champion is hit, it has a 40% chance of placing a 50% decrease res debuff on the attacker for 1 turn. The chance increases 75% against Talarian. Whenever this champion attempts to place a debuff now, or steal a buff, decrease an enemy. So basically, he does anything. Whenever this guy does anything. Why don't you just say that? When this guy breathes, just increases accuracy by 20 for each buff on that enemy. Whenever this champion is hit, it has a 50% chance to place a 50% decrease res debuff on attacker for 1 turn. It's increased to 100% from the Talarian League. Okay, this is the new one. If this champion loses 30% or more HP from this attack, also has a 25% chance to place a petrification debuff on the attacker for 1 turn. The chance increases to 50%. Okay. I think the A2 is pretty gnarly now. The petrification, decrease attack, decrease speed, really nice for like wave clearing. Overall, he wasn't sort of voted amazingly. But having the decreased speed now is guaranteed, as well as the petrification. Faction Wars is definitely probably going to go up. I think maybe Chimera will jump up a little bit more as well. Overall, he's not amazing still. He's free. And I suppose that's a really good bonus that he is free. And you do get a 5-star soul for him. So I think he's going to work really well within the crypts. I think early on accounts are going to find a use for him, because especially for the Narma A1 synergy that we have here for the increasing the poisons. Overall, I think what we should be taking from this is that we are getting a bunch of free rewards all through this path, including a free 6-star. We're also getting a free legendary champion for a faction that you'll probably use him in, as well as a 5-star soul, which gives him accuracy and res and a bunch of other stuff. I think for just logging in, can't have gone wrong, really. I was hoping for a collaboration event, but I suppose this is kind of like a collaboration event, considering there is a He-Man film coming out. Looks awful, but it's out. It's coming out, so it kind of ties in with it, I suppose. But yeah, new accounts. I hope you enjoy using Skeletor. For me, I think I may use him in Knights Reverend. Do I need him in Knights Reverend? Revenant. Faction. Knights Revenant. Yeah, he'll fit well. So I'm gonna go ahead and be maxing out Rector Drath soon. So Narma, Rector Drath, and him, and then maybe a couple of others will probably do pretty well for me in Knights Revenant. And again, I said the synergy comes in with Narma. Narma has the A1, which has the increased duration of all debuffs on the one target. So does his. She also places the decreased attack and the leech buffs, which he can also increase the poison sensitivity. So these two together will probably be quite nice in faction wars, as well as even in clan boss for early accounts, 100%. But yeah, not bad, Polarium. Thank you again for another free gift, and I'll catch you next time when you bring us out, Mortal Kombat or Hello Kitty or something. I don't fucking know. And until then, guys, goodbye.